Hey guys, Joe Madden here of Pick Dogs. Are you ready to talk some Puckin hockey? This is a show for you if you are only 2 games on the board today, you guys, but there's still a value to be found. We're going to go over those games just while everyone gets on the feed here. Let's have a look at what happened yesterday. You guys know I went to the Calgary Flames game last night, and man, was I disappointed in the outcome of that. The final outcome, the Flames were not able to get anything done. But you guys should have seen how well Vegas played. Vegas just came out way too strong for the Calgary Flames. They had such a beautiful puck movement up and down the ice. We're just able to have their number yesterday. So while I was disappointed to see that my Calgary Flames lose, I was so impressed with what I saw out of Vegas, and I think they can make a run for the playoffs here. So let's look at what other games we had yesterday. We had a huge schedule of games yesterday. It was definitely a quite exciting batch of games. We got some really good winners here on Puck and Crazy. So I hope you guys got those with me. We had the easy one. I think the easiest one of the night was the Vancouver Canucks. I just came on here and said, you guys, we're going to keep it quick and simple. Take the Canucks on that puck line, and that definitely paid off for us. I think it was only like minus 110 on the puck line at plus or minus 1.5, but still great value there. Moving up to the top of the board, we did take the Ottawa Senators plus 1.5 on the puck line. They got the win outright over the Boston Bruins, a 3-2. There's teams in the league that you guys have to remember when they have the other team's number. Senators always have the Bruins number. And this was one of those games. We got the under 6 in that one as well. The St. Louis Blues again came out and dominated. This is one Tony Brown absolutely loved. The St. Louis Blues on that puck line, minus 1.5. So hats off to him. I was a little worried because we know the Buffalo Sabres do normally cover that puck line. I stayed off that. I was going with the over 6.5 and the St. Louis Blues in the first period. Now we got a push in that first period as the Buffalo Sabres. I kept that one tight, 1-1 going into the second in there. But what we saw was the Blues come out so strong in that second, getting 3 goals in the second. So phenomenal game by the St. Louis Blues. The Washington Capitals, I really thought would have done better against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I thought the Maple Leafs were in a hard situation there. We did get the over 6.5, but I didn't get that plus money on the Washington Capitals, which was disappointing. I wanted that plus 140, you guys. I want to thank you guys for joining me here. If you're here in the chat, come say hi so I know you guys are in here. The Anaheim Ducks and the Tampa Bay Lightning, we were riding the under 6 in this one, which didn't hit. The Tampa Bay Lightning got a 4-3 win over the Ducks. Now, we did get the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first period, came in at minus 108. They got 2 goals in that first period. They looked so strong, but in the second period, they weren't able to get anything done, and the Ducks answered with 3. Now, the New York Islanders fell to the Pittsburgh Penguins. They lost that game 6-3. The Islanders just weren't able to get anything done in this one. We were riding the under 5.5. They weren't able to stop the Penguins defensively, so we weren't able to capitalize on that game at all. The Red Wings came out destroying the Carolina Hurricanes. Wow, what epic win if you're a Red Wings fan. Getting a 3-0 win, shutout win over the Canes. It was a great game to watch for Red Wings fans. Not as Canes fans. I was on the Canes for that game. I thought we'd have an over game, and I also thought the Canes would get over their team total of 4.5. So not my best game of that one there or this one with the Predators and the Edmonton Oilers. I did think the Predators would get the win here. We weren't able to get the over 6. The Predators weren't able to get anything done. I had 3 games, you guys, that just did not go my way. One game that did go my way was the Minnesota Wild. We got the Wild at that minus 120. They got the shootout win over the Dallas Stars. Now, this was when a lot of people were high on the Dallas Stars because it's like a must win for playoffs. You can't bank on a team because they must win. You got to look at what they've actually been doing, and the Wild, the stronger team. So I'm glad we rode with them. The San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks, we had the shootout between these two, with the Blackhawks coming victorious in this. I really did think the Sharks would have got that one, but we did get the over. 6.5, I believe the number was. It ended in 9. The Colorado Avalanche came out covering that puck line against the New Jersey Devils. In the first period, we got the push. I would have thought they would have scored in the first. They scored 3 goals in that in the second period. And pushing that first. That's what we went with that. And we were not able to get their team total over 3.5 with them getting a 3-1 win. Vegas destroyed my Calgary Flames. It was a good game, though, you guys. Like I said, hats off to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, we did get the first period over 1.5, with Calgary getting their one and only goal of the game in that first period. We also got the over 6.5 with that game finishing at 7. I tell you, the last minute and a half, I think it took them that whole time to be able to get that extra goal to get us over. Us just counting on Vegas to get us over. Calgary didn't even try pulling their goalie. We knew there was no hope. It was kind of frustrating to see them not at least pull their goalie and help me with that over, but we got there. And then, like I said, the Vancouver Canucks, we got them easily. On that puck line at -1.5. So let's look at the games today, you guys. Like I said, only 2 games. Remember, Puckin Crazy does go live now on the weekends. So make sure you join me around 1 o'clock Eastern on the weekends. We're trying to get the morning show, the premium, and the VIP shows done before Puckin Crazy kicks off. So the 2 games on the board today, you guys, the New York Islanders. Let's just walk over the first game. The New York Islanders are taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Now, this kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern. We have a total of 5.5 between these 2 teams. We have the New York Islanders coming in here at -144. The Montreal Canadiens at +130. Now, when you first look at this game, heavy lean towards the Islanders, but there's a couple things to consider. And if you haven't looked at the goalies in tonight, this is a huge thing that you need to look at. We have Carey Price coming back for the Montreal Canadiens. He's back. He's at home. I think this is going to be Montreal's game. He went for knee surgery, and then he joined the NHL Players Assistance Program back in November. He's been rehabbing his knee. They wouldn't put him out unless he was completely healthy and ready to go in this one, you guys, because he's worked too hard. There's nowhere for the Montreal Canadiens to go at this point in the season. They're putting him out because he's ready to be put out in goal, and I think they get a nice win. We're looking at +130 to take the Montreal Canadiens on the money line, and I absolutely love it. But the only way the Montreal Canadiens are going to win this game, if it's a lower scoring game, I can't see them outscoring the New York Islanders. I think they're going to have to tighten up defensively. I think Carey Price is going to stand on his head like we know the Carey Price that has played in the past. So give me the under 5.5, and also give me the Montreal Canadiens here. One thing to look at, and I looked at this and I kind of weighed it, and I decided not to take it, was the New York Islanders in the first period. They win in that first period. They've won their last 4. So you could get that at +152 on the money line. But I'm not going to touch it. The Islanders have actually struggled against the Montreal Canadiens. They're 1-4 in their last 5 meetings versus the Montreal Canadiens. I think this is Montreal's game all day. I wouldn't be surprised if we came out of this first period 0-0 going into the second. So give me the under 5.5. Give me the Montreal Canadiens. Another thing to look at for the New York Islanders, they got the Maple Leafs on deck on Sunday. Montreal's coming in here losing their last 3. They need to get something back before this season is over, just for their mental team building, I guess you'd say. But otherwise, the Islanders have been the stronger team. We all know that, but I think tonight's game goes to Montreal. The next game on the board and the last game on the board, you guys, we have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Florida Panthers. Now, Panthers come in here at -278 on that money line, plus a 230 for the Winnipeg Jets, and a total of 6.5. Right away, love that over, you guys. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game in this one. These 2 teams have trended to that over, going 17-6-3 in their last 26 meetings to that over. We've got a couple of team totals I was looking at playing around with too. Don't love them. You guys know the Winnipeg Jets are dead to me after not being able to cover that reverse puck line in that game that they really should have won and didn't even come out and get anything done there. The Jets team total is over 2.5. I think you're pretty safe with that. I'm not going to bet it, you guys, at minus 106. I just can't trust enough in the Jets. The Jets are 16, 13, and 5 on the road this season, while the Florida Panthers are 31 and 6 at home. This team is absolutely fantastic offensively at home. I'm going to look at taking them in the first period. The Florida Panthers in the first period are plus 104. And now this is a team that they do get better as they go on during games. They win the most periods in the third, but they start off strong, and they start off strong from the start. And we see this Winnipeg team. They do start off like they get better as the game goes on as well, but they're hitting like 20-something% of their first period wins, where the Florida Panthers are hitting 43% of their first period, getting those wins there. So I think the Florida Panthers come out nice and strong in this first period. They definitely dominate in that third. I'm confident in them to cover this puck line, just like when I looked at the game yesterday with the Vancouver Canucks and went, done, simple. The Canucks cover the puck line. And this is what I think of the Florida Panthers today. I don't even have to think twice about them dominating in this one. Hellebuck is expected in goal for the Winnipeg Jets. Now he's 27, 25, and 10 on the season with a 2.93 goal against average. We look at the Winnipeg Jets in their last 10. They've gone 5-4-1. They have averaged 2.8 goals per game and allowed that 3.1, where the Florida Panthers, Bobrovsky, is expected in goal, and he's 35, 6, and 3 on the season with a 2.7 goals against average. They've gone 9-1 in their last 10, playing absolutely phenomenally offensively, averaging 4.6 goals per game and allowing that 3.2. Now, I did look at their team total over 3.5, but you guys, the books are expecting them to hit those 4 goals in this game tonight. The over 3.5 is at minus 168. You can't lay that. You're better off laying them here on the puck line. The books see it all day long, and that's why we're getting no value on this over 3.5 in this game. One thing to look at also is the Winnipeg Jets schedule. So this is their third game of a 6-game road trip. They won their first legs over the Canadiens and the Senators. And now they have the Lightning on deck on Saturday. This is a hard schedule for this Winnipeg Jets team. I don't see them pulling it off. I don't see them getting 3 wins in a row here. And then we look at the Florida Panthers. They're off an overtime win over the Ducks on Tuesday. They got the 3-2 win there. It's Friday, you guys. They're not going to come in here tired. They've got the Red Wings on deck on Sunday. This isn't a look ahead for them at all. This team is just dominating way too much. There is no way I'm going to step in front of them. I think you could even take the puck line, take them at minus 1.5. I wouldn't be shocked if they cover the extended puck line at minus 2.5. You guys, you know I've already sprinkled on this, but safest way to go with this one is the puck line minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 in this one. But you guys, that was it for Puckin Crazy. Super quick show. I'm just going to recap those bets for you. I'll look at your questions here. I am so glad you already took them here at minus 1.5 for a small bet. I really do think this is the safest way to go with this game. The Florida Panthers are just dominating. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, those Red Wings, hey, they do it every time. They like to screw things up. There's a lot of teams that like to play spoilers, and we have to look for that as well as this season is winding down, you guys. But let's just do a quick recap. Again, thank you for being here with me on Puckin Crazy every day of the week. So Monday to Friday, if this is your first time tuning in, we do kick off at 3:30. Normally I have a guest in, but when our schedule is this late, I just go over those games. Tony Brown normally is on a Monday to Friday. El Nino's popping in Wednesday and Thursday. We have Dana Lane popping in every couple of weeks on a Wednesday or Thursday, and Chris Ruffalo just surprising me whenever he says he's ready to come in and on. But I know he is doing the soccer show today, so I left him alone. So make sure you catch him and Goran at the bottom of the hour here. But let's get off. Let's just recap these bets, you guys. So the New York Islanders, Montreal Canadiens. Take the Montreal Canadiens with Carey Price in goal tonight. I think if they're going to win this too, we've got the under 5.5 as a strong play. So Montreal Canadiens, you're getting that plus money there. We then have the Winnipeg Jets and the Florida Panthers. I'm going to take the Florida Panthers on the puck line at -1.5. I'm getting that at -105. I'm going to take that extended puck line as well at -2.5. You could do it at -2 if you want to be a little bit safer in case they do slow down in the end. But this isn't a situation where they have anything to look forward to or look ahead to that they're going to be worried about wearing themselves out here. I think we see an explosive offensive game here for the home crowd. So I'm willing to take the over 2.5 on that extended puck line. You're getting plus money with that. I think we can take the over 6.5 in this game as well, as the majority of goals come in by the Florida Panthers. I think we see a 5-2 game all day long because we know the Winnipeg Jets have been putting some goals in the back of the net. Let's look at your questions. That's it. Dave, I want to wish you a happy Good Friday too. Wishing everyone a happy Good Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter with your families. Make sure you guys are safe if you're traveling to see family this weekend. But you guys, all the best. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you back here tomorrow, right around 1 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the notifications, because if our morning show, VIP and premium shows do run late, this show will be pushed off that little bit later. And you guys will go over every game on the board tomorrow. So until then, keep smiling and you know the drill. Let's make some puckin' money, you guys. Bye.